guys? Welcome to another episode. Today I want to talk to you guys about one of the most important and overlooked aspects of making videos, and that's audio. And more specifically, that's editing audio and sound effects and being able to hear said audio, both in the field and on your computer. So today I want to talk to you about headphones. More specifically, I want to talk about these headphones. And before I go any further, I do want to preface this by saying that yes, this company did reach out to me and send me these headphones for free in an exchange for my thoughts on them. So initially, if you guys follow my channel, then you know that I'm not just like a straight up review channel. I'm not a tech channel by any means. If you're new here, then this channel is mostly about photography and videography. So why did I agree to do a headphone review? Well, the biggest reason is that using headphones like this, which I have never actually used before with noise cancellation, using headphones is a really important part as a whole in doing videos and getting good audio, whether you're out in the field or on your computer. So I told them, and this is by Mixcder, by the way, these are the Mixcder E9s. So I'll have the links for all that stuff below if you guys want to check these out. So what I told them when they reached out to me is that I am not a tech channel, first off, and I am not going to just do an unboxing and review of products because that's not my style and that's not really what my audience needs. So what I thought is that I would talk to you guys about how I would use these and how I think that you guys, my audience, anybody that's interested in videography will benefit from having a pair of headphones like this. So I will go over a couple of tech specs about these, but I'm not going to do a deep dive into that. There's other reviews on that, and then there's a link for their website below if you want to get all the technical specs on these things in terms from an audiophile's point of view. But mostly I'm going to focus on how I work with them and how they're helping me to make videos for you guys and for my business and all of that kind of stuff. All right, so before we get into any of that technical stuff that I might want to go over, let's talk about why headphones. Why are they important? So if you're like me, or if you are interested in videography at all and you like to travel a lot, then this is the first huge benefit of these headphones for me, and especially for headphones with this active noise control there. I can just flip this switch and have active noise control, and what that does is it helps cancel out the ambient noises around you. The biggest benefit that you're going to get from that editing is when I travel and I'm editing on the road, or I'm editing and I have to go to coffee shops or on the airplanes or hotel rooms or anything like that, and I can't control the noise. I'm not in my studio. I don't have my big beautiful studio monitors to listen to. These headphones make all the difference in the world for being able to accurately gauge the levels of my videos in Premiere. And not only that, but also they really help me with adding sound effects, Foley effects, music, and all of that stuff. That's super important. Audio is one of the most important aspects of making video. And like I've said before on other tutorials and vlogs and everything, your eyes are much more forgiving than your ears. And basically what that means is you can watch a really crappy video in terms of crappy visuals and all that stuff, but if it sounds good, you'll be able to get through it a lot easier. But on the other hand, you could watch the best filmed, most cinematic, epic looking footage ever, and if it has bad audio, you're gonna wanna turn it off really quick. And that's what I mean by your eyes are more forgiving than your ears. We have culturally adapted to really want and pay attention to really great sound. So being able to edit with that stuff in mind and being able to isolate yourself from your surroundings and really focus on the sounds that you're putting into your audio, into your video, that's super important to me. The other really important thing to me is being able to get good audio out in the field. So if you guys follow my channel, again, you'll know that I actually don't film most of my videos in my studio because my studio's not that great. As you can tell, it's a bedroom with a really crappy setup. So I tend to like to be out in nature anyways, and I tend to be traveling a lot anyways. So I like to film most of my videos outside. And the biggest part of one of the biggest hassles of filming outside is getting the right audio. And to do that, obviously you need good microphones and all that stuff, but good microphones don't really help you if you can't hear the levels that you need to be at, and you can't hear the background noise if it's there or not. And so that's where this comes in, and that's where these have been really great. I've been using these for the last 5 or 6 weeks or so, and Brittany has been using them a lot to film me. When you guys have seen the last few videos that we've done, she's been using these to monitor the audio in the camera so that she can tell what the levels really are and what the background noise is really doing and all of that stuff. And it's a huge help for us being able to get this right in camera on the first go and not have to worry about me doing a lot of crazy extra audio editing in post to get those audio levels matching and to get weird sounds out. So that's where these come in, and that's where they've been helping us a lot in the field. Alright, so that's kind of how I've been using them, and that's kind of how I think they would be great for you guys. Also, if you have, I have these really great, I don't know if you can see them, but I have these really great studio monitors back here. They're really nice. The sound range is incredible, but the downside is I don't have that great of a room. I don't have that great of a sound for acoustics in my house. And there's my son's always running around playing video games outside with his friends, and my cat's cawing at the doors, and all of this extra noise. So the studio speakers are great if you have a studio environment. So even if you're in your own home and you don't have like a dedicated editing area and you've got lots of extra sounds going on, that's where these are great too. So lately I've even been using them in here when there's a lot of chaos going on in my house and I can't just tell everybody to shut up and go away. Then I just stick these guys on, turn on the active noise canceling, and then start editing. So I'll go ahead and tell you a couple things that I really like about why these headphones. So the first thing is definitely the price. So these things are really high quality for the price, and I think they're really trying to compete with the bigger brands like Bose and Sony and all that stuff, which are hundreds of dollars. But the best thing about these is that they're like 60 to 70 bucks depending on where you are. Again, I'll have the link for those in the description below. So that's great. They're like actually affordable, because when you're doing video production and you have a long list of things like camera bodies and lenses and good microphones and tripods and all this extra stuff, you tend to forget about budgeting for decent headphones. And then by the time you get all that stuff, it's like, oh crap, now I have to spend an extra $300. But that's where stuff like this comes in, and then you don't, because $70 is much better than $300. So I love the price. The second thing that I love most about these headphones that I've mentioned already is their noise canceling and their active noise canceling. So they've got this handy dandy little switch right here. You turn that on and it engages the microphone, it engages the active noise canceling, and it starts working its magic to really help isolate. Now they don't do 100%, they can't, you're not gonna put these on and then not be able to hear anything at all, because I don't think anything is that good. And I don't have any real experience with active noise canceling in the super high-end stuff either, so I can't compare them to that. But what I can tell you is around my house and around coffee shops and airports and all that stuff, these things do a great job at cutting the noise down to a level to where it's not distracting to me, to where I can get that editing done when I'm out in the field or on location or traveling wherever. So the next thing that I really love about these headphones, and again, I don't have any other experience to compare them to with wireless headphones, but I love the battery life. I will go ahead and say that it's not really a negative, but so they have a 30-hour battery life, which I think is incredible. USB charging, of course. It drops a bit when you turn the active noise canceling on. It drops down to about 24 hours, but for editing, for me, for a solid day, like I very rarely am going to be editing for more than 10 to 12 hours at a time. So that's more than enough time for me to do a couple of days work without even having to charge them. But what I was going to mention there is that the downside is without the active noise canceling, I don't think they sound that great. And I think they're way too bassy. I really wish there was a way to control the EQ on these things, like with an app or something. That would be awesome, but I don't think that's possible, and I don't think they have that ability. However, when you turn the active noise canceling on, you do notice a big change in the EQ, and the bass is dropped, the treble comes up a little bit, those higher frequencies sound better, the basses aren't so overpowering, so they sound really good to me with the active noise canceling on. So I probably personally won't ever use them without it turned on, just because I like the way the sounds are coming in with it engaged much better. I think with it engaged, it has a much fuller range and nothing is too overpowering. So that's a lot better to me, and I'll sacrifice that extra 6 hours of battery life in most cases. One last thing, I will say that I've had them for about 6 weeks or so, and I'm really been happy with the build quality, especially for 70 bucks. I feel like this is definitely the best bang for your buck. It's they feel super tough, and they've got a lot of thought put into the design. The cups have been real comfortable. These are like a leather type thing. It's like probably faux leather, but it's really comfortable for me to sit there and edit for hours at a time. It's not a problem. So I've been really happy with the build quality too. All right, well, I think that's about it as far as my use and as far as the kind of thing that I want to promote here on this channel. So if you guys have any questions about how I'm using this or why I'm using these or anything that I didn't go over concerning this kind of stuff, make sure you leave those in the comments below and I will definitely answer them. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. I've got new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Hit that like button if this video helped you out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.